This video is a quick introduction to ARFID. It's funded by ARFID Awareness and developed by experts in eating disorders. One of the difficulties with ARFID is that lots of people, including health professionals, haven't heard of it or don't really understand what it is. So here is a quick summary of ARFID, its impact and some common misconceptions. So what is ARFID? ARFID stands for Avoidant Restrictive Food Intake Disorder. This is an eating disorder that makes it very difficult to eat a range of foods. Let's look at Charlotte for example. Charlotte is 8. Charlotte's diet is made up of very few foods, only 15 brand-specific food items in total. For example, she will only eat one brand of chocolate, available from one supermarket chain. Charlotte is not trying to lose weight and doesn't have any concerns about her body image. Instead, Charlotte has an extreme fear of the food itself and finds the sensory properties of the food, the look, the taste, the feel in the mouth and the smell, disgusting. Since she was a toddler, she's found the sensory properties of food hard to tolerate. Sanjeet, a 22-year-old student, also has a diagnosis of ARFID. He's not interested in eating foods or trying new foods. Sanjeet's very restricted diet began when he started secondary school. His main fear is that the food he eats will make him sick. He's so worried about this that he will now only eat 10 food items and is losing weight, despite the fact he doesn't want to. He's also really worried about how his food looks. He will eat chips, but if a chip has a mark on it or isn't cooked quite right, Sanjeet will not eat at all. Of course, everyone's experience of ARFID is different, but for a person with ARFID, food is restricted because of lack of interest in food or eating, or because of the sensory properties of the food, like Charlotte, or because of a fear of potential consequences of eating, like Sanjeet, such as being unable to swallow, choking, or being sick when eating unfamiliar foods. So what is the impact of ARFID? ARFID can have a huge impact in terms of things like health, mealtime stress, and socialising. For people like Charlotte and Sanjeet, the restricted diet of ARFID can mean they don't get enough nutrients and vitamins. It's common to have deficiencies such as low iron or vitamin D levels. In extreme cases, the restricted diet in ARFID may mean that the person doesn't get enough calories to grow properly, or they lose weight. Mealtimes can become very stressful for the person with ARFID and their family because of the pressure to eat and the fear towards foods. For example, Charlotte's mum feels a huge pressure to make sure that Charlotte is eating, but pressure to eat at mealtimes just seems to make the situation worse. Some people with ARFID also find it hard to be around other people eating at school or work. For example, Sanjeet finds the university canteen overwhelming and can't eat at lunchtimes. Often for people with ARFID, there's also lots of anxiety around social occasions involving food, and eating out can be extremely stressful. And now let's think about what ARFID is not. You do not have to be underweight to get a diagnosis of ARFID. In fact, if someone with ARFID has access to their accepted foods, they can often grow normally or stay a good weight. It is not only children who have ARFID. ARFID usually develops in the toddler years or in later childhood, but people can have ARFID at any age. ARFID is not just autistic eating or picky eating. ARFID is a recognised diagnosis of an eating disorder and causes a level of impairment beyond just picky eating. While there is crossover between autism and ARFID, not every autistic person has ARFID, and vice versa. They're distinct. ARFID is not due to parenting or not introducing a healthy diet in a timely fashion. This is a common misconception. Often people with ARFID and those around them can feel they're to blame for the disorder, but it's important to know that ARFID has a genetic component and is not anyone's fault. Thank you for watching, and do check the links in the description for more videos on ARFID.